Ready? Hut, hut. Set. Get up. Set up. Ready, right? Come on, set. Ready. Let's go now. Hut. Okay, ready? Ready? Here we go, set, go! Ready, set, go! Here we go, here we go! Hut, hut! Ready, ready! Set up! Let's go! Ready, ready? Ready, ready! Ready! Set! Go! Hut!
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And the spotlight is on Nick Chubb. He's coming off an incredible effort with over 200 yards rushing a week ago. It's the Browns and the Steelers on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight, it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The second of 2 games tonight. It's the Browns and Steelers underway to wrap up Week 2. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. The Steelers offense set for their first possession here, and it's Kenny Pickett who will lead the way, the second-year man, Charles, from Pitt.
Pickett didn't quite lead Pittsburgh to the promised land in his first season as the hometown kid and franchise quarterback, but he did impress once he got on the field. Winning 7 games helped keep the vaunted streak of non-losing seasons alive in the Steel City.
Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended target, and it's third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. You look at this Browns defense. They're in the... Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
So here are the Browns now with great starting field position. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in Week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
They go play action here on first down. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. We get a peek here at this past draft class for them, and the front office certainly prioritized certain traits that they were looking to take advantage of in this draft, Charles. A lot of speed, a lot of athleticism, a lot of talent here in this crew.
And Brandon, one of the things I know about the best drafters in the business, they have a plan. And they find a way to stick to it on draft day despite the chaos. They want to land some of the biggest names on their board. And in the end, this group, they came together, found people that really fit their team's identity, and selected them.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. He's going to try and take off with it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short game.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. They run again with Harris. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. You look at this Browns defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
21 yards there on 3rd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. Still going inside the 20. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jordan Akins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later. But make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. He's piloted 2 drives so far, and unfortunately not very well piloted. Both led to interceptions. Now they're facing the deficit. Another touchdown after that previous pick. Starting over here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance.
They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And that one results in 35 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
Pickett sets up play action. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that 2nd attempt. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. We have an injured player out there, and oh boy, that's the quarterback, Kenny Pickett, who's in some pain after that one. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. But that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Second and long. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Into space at the 45. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. A good throw there. And this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on third down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last third down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Browns take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division.
He's got a man complete. Now he's loose at the 40 and down to the 19-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time, and that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there's another first down run right there.
This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he will try to run through the entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught! Touchdown! Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available, and they let him go, and now he's going to make a big-time impact with his new squad. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll start out here with the option left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. He'll look to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got it. Touchdown, Browns. Donovan Peoples-Jones. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he returns this to the 22. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Out of the gun, Trubisky completes this one to Pickens. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And they will remain well behind.
It's hard to be surprised in the miss there with the way this first half has gone. Here they were hoping to get some sort of momentum to carry them into the locker room, but even this doesn't pan out.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53.
York able to send this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Josh Allen, a touchdown pass in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Kyler Murray, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounce back from the defeat on opening weekend. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Jalen Hurts, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. These 2 coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Larry Ogunjobi
Ogunjobi fit in well with the black and gold, even if his 1.5 sacks were his lowest since his rookie season. The Steelers, they gave him a new 3-year deal to continue to be a space eater in the middle of the defensive line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Flush to his right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 36-yard line. Harris will start the drive out and taken down just shy of the 40. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll run again with Harris. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now Pickett will look to pass it. He's got this to Pickens. He got 29 yards that time.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year and 3rd overall. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to 24.
Steelers 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. And now they're in the hurry-up.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. 36 yards on the play.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. And Chubb will try the middle here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
York on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To the air on first down with Pickett. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll throw again with Pickett. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Pickett will look to throw it here. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. 3rd and long for Pickett. Under pressure, they got him again. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Well, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging them, giving a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless, take care of the ball on the way out.
They go up the middle with Chubb. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 92 yards rushing now for Chubb, and a first down as well. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right? And
this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Pickett on 2nd down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Pickett. And now another one thrown incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Here's Pickett. That's caught. Allen Robinson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. He may go. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time out of Chubb. 61 yards that time on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. One final shot for Pickett. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
This player has a zone ability. This is a powerful ability that... These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them to avoid losing them next season. Welcome to your franchise staff. Here you staff point when you have to see some talent trees make you select a path to This player's development trait is hidden. Put him in your lineup and evaluate it.
Ready, ready. Ready up. Ready. On the double. Hut. Here we go, here we go. Ready. Ready, set, go. Ready, ready, set, go. Let's go. Hut, hut. Set, set up. Down. Ready, ready. Set. Ready, ready. Set. Hut. Set up. Ready. Come on, set, go. Let's go now. Set, go. Here we go, set. Hut, hut. Ready. Set up. Here we go, here we go. Ready, ready.
It's week 3 of the National Football League, and the spotlight is on Nick Chubb. He was terrific a week ago, well over 100 yards and several stops in the end zone. It's the Browns and the Titans on EA Sports.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of a season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he's probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
He's able to force his way through 1 man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9.
60 vices, 60 vices. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on here, you think this is something we could see a lot?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
You talk about this Titan defense.
They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Well, Charles, we get a look at the draft class here for this team. What do you think?
Well, I think for the most part, I do like what they did because, to me, they got some solid players in the early rounds. And then if I'm correct in my evaluation, they got some great value in the later rounds as well.
They're going to look to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Tannehill. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Sione Takitaki from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. He'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
How about that run? Picks up a 1st down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
On 1st down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The Browns at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This will be caught downfield by Moore. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Back to throw here. And he's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
A dime look defensively here for the Titans on third. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Demetric Felton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Tannehill. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Out of all the tight ends selected in 2022, I don't think many had Okonkwo leading all rookie tight ends in receiving yards. Forced his way into the team's lineup as the season went on. The starting job, it's all his now.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. There he goes, left side. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Back to throw, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Browns D locked in on third down, brings up 4th. Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Crosby is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So here are the Browns to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. On play action, they'll throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. A gain there of 21 yards. A give. This is Chubb. Oh, he bowls over it. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll drop to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Looking to throw. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And on the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to add on to that lead. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And
Derrick Henry all alone. Now he's loose at the 40. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And down to the 16-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined, no one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The kick by Crosby is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Again, they turn to Ford. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That's
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that whole line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the two defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside. But they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
He's got room at the 30, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
The extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
First down, Tennessee.
On 1st down, Tannehill. This one downfield to Burks. It's a gain of 34.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
To the air again, Tannehill. And the catch made by Hopkins. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 43 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
York able to send this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And it's the Colts who have the lead in the second quarter. Jonathan Taylor, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Jalen Waddle, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Drake London, a touchdown reception. Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now it's Tannehill. Got his man, Okonkwo. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Tannehill now to throw. And brought in downfield by Burks. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Inside handoff, Henry. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff should put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. This one from 35 yards away. The kick by Crosby is good. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. From the 46, here's second and a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Up the middle, it's Chubb. A solid stiff arm. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The 71 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him, feet were moving, the legs were dropped.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. York now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Running from the gun with Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Tannehill. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Well, meanwhile, the final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Oh, able to avoid him. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And you'd have to figure he got the ball quite a bit last drive. You see the numbers that now they're looking to chew some clock. He's going to get it even more here.
I would think so because they have momentum going in their direction. They moved the ball that way on their last drive, and you know they're trying to lock this game down. But also, don't be surprised if they mix in a few passes along the way as well, so they can't just totally key on him on this drive.
Interesting. We'll see if that happens. Either way, looking to hold this lead. Let's see if they can do it.
This is Ford. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, and being able to give the ball to his...
And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out come the Titans now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Now Tannehill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tannehill throwing again. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where his coaches...
And it's a Titans touchdown. Chris Moore, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Tannehill looking to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against.
Derrick Henry all alone. Finding room at midfield. Inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Again, Tannehill.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
They run it again with Chubb. They find some open field here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
159 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
Let's go now.
On play action, they'll throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run the full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Kevontae Turpin A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Browns go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Taking it about the 1. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Tannehill. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a higher-scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.